Queen Kyla gently turned a page, her eyes scanning the parchment while the gentle rise and fall of the twins' breathing filled the quiet. The serenity was broken as the heavy oak door creaked open, and King Michael entered, his face bright with anticipation.
My love, I have a surprise for you in the garden.
Queen Kyla placed her quill aside and stood up with care, her smile warm and curious.
Really? How sweet of you, dear.
She beckoned a nearby servant, asking them to watch over the twins, and took King Michael's hand as they set off for the royal gardens. Queen Kyla slowed as they approached, her brow furrowing in curiosity.
What is it?
King Michael squeezed her hand, his eyes twinkling.
You will see.
At his command, the servant gracefully whisked away the sheet, revealing a gilded cage. Inside, a fantastical creature stirred, its fur a radiant blend of gold and orange, its tail and collar luxuriously poofy, eyes bright and inquisitive. Queen Kyla knelt, mesmerized, as the Hika wagged her tail in delight, behaving more like an eager puppy than a fox.
This, my dear wife, is a rare Fantoka fox called a Hika. She is 2 months old and all yours.
Tears shimmered in Queen Kyla's eyes as she reached out to touch the creature's velvety nose.
She is beautiful. I think I will name her Sue. Is that okay?
King Michael grinned, pride swelling in his chest.
If that is what you want to name her, then it is fine by me.
Queen Kyla's laughter sparkled in the air as she thanked him, slipping her glove off and letting Sue sniff and lick her hand, the Hika's tongue tickling her fingers.
As you know, for centuries, every human bat, even the royals, has a pet bat for life. Now that there is a mortal and a half-mortal in the human bat royalty, it's a big change for tradition. I do not want you or Sam to be the only ones in human bat history to not have any type of pet, just because you are not a human bat, and Sam is only half human bat, but not in the form of one. I am planning to give Sam his pet when he is a bit older. I hope you understand.
Queen Kyla smiled as she gently scratched Sue's chin, drawing a delighted bark from the little Hika.
I completely understand, Michael. I always wanted a pet.
King Michael's happiness was unmistakable.
I'm glad to hear that. I am even more glad that there is plenty of room in the castle for both your pets, as well as Sam's future pet.
Queen Kyla frowned, puzzled, glancing down at Sue and then back at her husband. King Michael as he pulls a silver whistle from his pocket. The air grows expectant, the only sound the gentle rustle of leaves overhead.
What do you mean by both my pets?
King Michael handed her the whistle, his eyes playful.
Blow this whistle and find out.
Queen Kyla hesitated, then brought the whistle to her lips. Its note was clear and calming, ringing through the garden. Suddenly, a shadow swept across the grass as a magnificent griffin descended, landing with a graceful thud before her, its golden feathers gleaming, lion's haunches tensed, and eagle's wings folded elegantly. Queen Kyla, his eyes intelligent and gentle. Sue, in her arms, sniffs the air with wide-eyed curiosity. The garden now feels enchanted, sunlight shimmering off both magical creatures.
Michael.
Joy spilled over into tears as Queen Kyla gazed at the griffin, awestruck. King Michael placed a comforting hand on her shoulder, pride and love mingling in his smile.
He is only a year old. He will be loyal to you as long as you live, just as Sue will.
Queen Kyla stroked Daniel's feathered head as he nudged her with affection, then knelt to offer him a gentle belly scratch.
He will be named Daniel. He is a handsome one.
King Michael's eyes softened as he watched his wife and her new companions bond. Queen Kyla, his head resting on her lap as Sue dozes in her arms. King Michael stands nearby, love and contentment shining in his eyes.
As you and your family can't die until I do, these two can't die until you do.
Queen Kyla wept openly, overwhelmed, as Daniel gently nuzzled her and Sue began to snore softly. She looked up at King Michael, her smile radiant.
I love you, Michael. They are perfect.
I love you too, Kyla.
With the sun's last golden rays bathing the trio, Queen Kyla lay back in the grass surrounded by love, magic, and the promise of a new chapter for their extraordinary family.